Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We have to talk about the passive income investing YouTube channel. Now, this is a channel I personally really do not like. I was a moderator in his Facebook group, and then after I made a post regarding HYLD's unstable dividend, which did eventually get cut, so I was right, he kicked me out and basically screamed, "Misinformation! Misinformation!" Like the little toddler man-child he is. Now, his portfolio, as of right now, we can look at it, and this is a perfect example. Look at what it is: CLM, CVOL, CEFD, HYGW, and then yield max funds, which have an insane yield, by the way. It's a variable, so this is never actually correct. And dude, it's massive positions in all of these except for NVIDIA, TSLY. So congrats, he hasn't gone that batshit insane yet. Now, looking over his TFSA, the main portfolio, this man is still insanely heavy in HYLD. And then he's basically 9% in Bitcoin and Ethereum. And of course, you have all your favorite split funds and RS, which is 10%. I don't understand why. But what's really funny, and also by the way, he does memberships now because your boy is very desperate for that delicious return from everyone here. And it just goes on and on and on. Now, this guy started YouTube 3 years ago, and I went back and I was like, man, I wonder if this guy was always an idiot. And just like Jeremy LaFufu and all these other people, this guy actually had a solid portfolio. Now, note, at this point, this guy was basically retired. Look at the weightings. 3.6, 1.2, 1.2, 1.2, 1.5, 1.6, 1.2, 1.2, 1.2, 1.2, 0.8, 1.6, 0.8, 0.8, 1.2, 1.9, 1.6, 0.8, 0.7, 0.7, 1.8. Look, like, without even going over all the holdings, which this one, by the way, he lost a massive amount of money in, do you notice something? He's not giving a crap about the yields. I mean, he kind of is, but he's caring about the diversification of his portfolio. Basically, let's say hypothetically, the Mint Income Fund goes bankrupt. He's lost 1.2% of the portfolio. That's fine. He has tons of others to go into. Look at the diversification. It's insane. Now I'm hoping he switches to the other side so we can actually see the rest of his portfolio.
When it comes to,
which, again, going over everything, even with the split corps, he was very conservative with. There were only 0.6, 0.6, 0.5, 0.6, 0.5, 0.8, so on, so on, so on, so on, so on. And then you have PIC way at the bottom here. And note, his head's blocking exactly what he bought at, which kind of makes me sad. And then REITs, I already know one of them, I'm pretty sure is FCD. There you go. So he owns a whole ton of REITs too. BTB, I actually really like BTB. MR, look at this diversification. MCD has not cut the dividend yet, but they're going to very soon. TNT and INO. Dude, look at this. It's 1%. The diversification is unreal with this. Now, he may have done this completely by accident, but for being retired, you borderline want this. You want insane diversification in case something happens. Let's say Keg Royalties cuts the dividend and you're reliant on that. Vet cuts the dividend, which they did, and you're reliant on that. Power cuts the dividend, you're reliant on that. AI, AFCC, CHW, all these companies cuts the dividend, and you're reliant on that. Guess what? You're okay because you're very well diversified. Now, I know a lot of people will probably scream at this. If you're retired, you should buy bonds. Heavy bonds. I disagree with that. I think you should own dividend growth stocks when you're young, after doing your own research, looking at other people's opinions on YouTube and such, and then working your way up. But Adrian went from that amazing diversification
let's go
to this. 23, 7, 12, 5, 1, 1.6, 4.5, 4.5, 7, 4.5, 2.6, 3, 5, 3, 10. And most of this, about 20-ish% of the portfolio, is in split corps. Split corps, the most dangerous thing you can hold. DGS has not paid him a dividend in months. Dude, this is what you're doing to live off? HYLD that cut the dividend, and you're like, oh, it's okay, guys, I'm going to keep buying into it and buying the dip. This is why I'm pissed off at him all the time. He continually does this, and it drives me actually insane. The only agreement I have with him is this right here for Y Tesla at 0.65%. He was very, very safe with that. Good job. But, dude, why the hell is HYLD 23% of your portfolio? Why? They can easily cut the dividend again, and now your 10% garbage yield is going to drop even more. Why? Why? And again, not like, I hate this dude. I haven't looked at him in forever, and this is why it genuinely pisses me off when I look at him. And now the guy's asking for extra money. $200 private one-on-one, or give me a membership. Dude, and like, are you kidding me? My 1.4 million net worth in Financial Blueprint. Buy the highest yielding possible funds, and that's how you get to become where Adrian is. I am not kidding. Start a YouTube channel, grift people, and then just only put it in high yield funds. There is your blueprint. CLM, HYLD, YTSL, and TSLY. I gave you his blueprint for free. You're very welcome. And he's turned into a glorified interview channel. I shit you not. Interview. Scroll down. He does an interview like once a freaking month. Oh, that's so fun. This is when he announced his stupid membership thing. Interview. 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 The guy's done nothing but interviews pretty much. Interview. 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 The guy's channel, also look at the views. 16, 11, 9, 10, 14, 18. His portfolio is the most popular thing at 25. And then look at all the rest. 9, 10, 7, 3, 12. 16.4 million, 16.4, oh my god, 64.5 thousand subscribers, and he can get maybe like 1/6 of it. Maybe if he's lucky, 2/6. Or half, or very close to half. I do not care if you're with me in hating Adrian, because me and him have private beef that goes back like about a year now. But do not copy this man. And if you do, very low percentage of your portfolio. I, for example, have 2 high yield income funds, TSLY and PAYF, which is my personal favorite income fund. TSLY, I was given money by my friend inside of the passive income investing group because all of them are talking about it, and he said, you know what? I have been wrong with Adrian on HYLD, TNT, INO, HYL, like, etc., etc., etc. I am adamant this will do well. I'm literally going to pay you enough money to buy 20 shares of it, and if you make all your money back in 4 years, I get $500 from you. And I said, deal, because I'm going to kick your ass. This fund is not going to pay a 20% plus yield for 4 consecutive years. If it does, I will be astounded. PAYF, on the other hand, has a consistent NAV and has done very well. They even increased the dividend. Why? No leverage, risk managed, and they made $4.4 million last year. Or technically April 2022 to April 2023. When they're only paying about a $600,000 dividend. TSLY has had massive NAV erosion. The NAV has gone from $20 all the way down last I checked to $14. And you really think this is sustainable? And no, this is on the low end. This is if it pays me, you know, 44-cent dividend. This is if it pays me 80. 2 years, I get 100% return. If I was to tell you, me, a random stranger, give me $400, I'll double it in 2 to 4 years. You'd probably think I'm insane and trying to scam you. Why is this different? Now, I'm not saying that because honestly, TSLY, I'm very impressed in. All the dividends they paid out, to my knowledge, and from me and what some other friends have researched, is all cash they've generated from options, not ROC, to my knowledge. We gotta wait a year and then we'll get the tax information and stuff like that. But that's kind of insane to think about. Now, this dividend and everything is going back into other income funds. That is not this. I want to make that clear. I have 20 shares that my friend basically paid for. I'm not buying anymore. I don't trust the fund yet. I want at least a year of history, then I'll decide if I want to buy more or not. That is my gamble. And guess what it is? It's a grand total of 6.7% of my portfolio. A grand total of 6.7. You can shit on me for my Main Street position. It's massive. It's huge. I deserve it. But I'm up 13%, and Main Street has a very good, consistent record of paying and growing and even paying special dividends. I genuinely want someone to shit on Main Street. Because unlike all of Adrian's other funds, FCD has a 120% payout ratio. INO cut the dividend 50%. TNT cut the dividend 50%. You genuinely cannot shit on Maine. I actually want someone to come and be like, this is an awful investment for X reason. Give me the example. Because distributed net investment income and net investment income grow every year. They're having a return on equity of 19%. They've grown the dividend 3 times this year, and they've paid, so far, multiple special consecutive dividends. And they even said in their earning call, oh, fourth quarter, we're going to do an additional. They're going to have 2 special dividends. Tell me Main Street shit. Decisive Dividend. It's my second biggest holding. Yeah, you can shit on it. It's a small cap. I completely understand. The dividend's been consistent lately. They're growing the business like absolute crazy. And I took the risk after waiting for them to reinstate the dividend, after talking to them and seeing how well everything did. PMZ, I had an awesome conversation with the CEO, and it's 21% of my portfolio. It's the lowest debt to total asset REIT I can find. Very good cash on hand. They're buying back shares like absolute crazy. And everything about the REIT, in my opinion, is a win. You can shit on it. It's down a ton. I deserve it. But again, that dividend is safe, and they're planning to continue to raise it. Shit on my portfolio if you want. You know, me and Adrian at this point are very close to almost the same. We have, I think he has maybe 20 holdings. I have 9. Feel free to compare. But compare Adrian's portfolio to his old one. He'll be down a lot. I get that. But considering this man is retired, I would much rather go with that one because it's much more conservative. And with that old portfolio, he would have captured a few dividend hikes. The H&R stock he held spun off into PMZ, and both HR and PMZ hiked the dividend last year. Please, I welcome you. Shit on my portfolio. TNT, I understand. I don't get any of the other ones. But this is why I have an issue with passive income investing. The guy has turned from I have actual good knowledge to give you. Here's my portfolio. 2020 is the perfect time to invest cannabis. Spoiler, it was the hype. And all this different stuff. And now, he is so heavy in risky funds. I would not buy anything this guy holds, basically. CLM, if I have a dividend from, like, let's say, TSLY, sure, I don't care. Maybe I'd do that just to see how it goes, but I'm only going to buy 20 shares of it. And this portfolio is going to continue to expand. I want to be what he was like on his old portfolio by the time I retire, where everything is like 1%. That's right. I want 100 holdings if I can. Because as much as I'll be over diversification, it means I'm safe for retirement compared to relying on Hamilton to continue to pay a dividend that's already been cut. I wish you all the best, but if you follow him, I genuinely can't help you. I don't know what else I can say. The man's made bad picks before. He was really good when he started out, and now he's turned into here's high yield because lol. And he's grifting you more with memberships. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. Have yourself a good one. Good night. Bye.